This is CrowdStrike. Here are your price targets for Thursday. We ended the day at $329.57, up more than 10%. Congratulations if you've made some money off of this stock today. Now, the day's low, $324.01. The day's high, $365. This is where we ended. To the north side takes us to 2 standard deviations and resistance. And that is roughly 352.27. The next target that I am looking at is at 3 standard deviations, and that is 367.38 and 382.50. Ignore the horizontal lines. Those are previous support and resistance lines. Now, back down to the middle of the trend and support and the baseline, 322.04. This gap, we gapped up, so that means I anticipate it to close to the downside. But we're not there, but that would be roughly 297.56. And the target after that takes us to roughly 392.54, 277.24, and at negative 4 standard deviations and a potential buy-in area as well, 262.39. This stock has been very gappy. Looking left, this one closed out, this small one touched there. That took us to 323.74. And this one took us out to 313.12. A bunch of other ones have closed. And the company reported earnings here. $845.335 million they brought in, and the street estimated they would bring in $839.125 million. So they are off and running here. As you can see, we did hit resistance and started to pull back, and that's exactly what I always anticipate. People are locking in and they are leaving, and now we're back down to the support zone. The RSI is turning straight up as well. The next one I want to go over is a trade that I took today by accident because I forgot to reset my sell limit. Shame on me for doing that. First, I forgot to adjust the price. I wrote a note for myself. So this is where we ended, the middle of the trend. To the north side, 54.24, 54.67, and 55.12. To the south side, 52.49. A gap forms to the south side right there. I will mark it out. So let me give you these targets again. So we're looking at roughly 52.49. A gap forms at 52.31. The next target, 52.04, and 51.83 closes us out, and 51.61. What happened is when I bought it a long time ago, I set an exit point, but I need to adjust it every single day because you never know what's going to happen. And I didn't do it. And look at this. I got triggered out right here at the middle of the trend. 52, basically 55 is where I ended up selling. And then look, we got up, didn't quite make it to resistance, fell back down to the support zone, and then touching resistance. And that's where normally I would consider selling here or between here and here. So that is my mistake and something that obviously you can learn from. But price, you can see grinding along this line. So we are in an upward channel on the 5-minute time frame. So that's nice. But looking left, you can see we fell at resistance, scooped up at support. Look at that, back to resistance, back down. And now the RSI is turning down there. And Pfizer ran today too. I did pick up some more shares for my mom. Let's see. I thought I bought it. No, I guess not. So I have some at $25.90. I bought some that at a higher price, and then the market tanked. So I have some at $26.35 and also at $28.74. And I'm in this one for the long haul for my mom. And I will be getting out whenever we hit 30.34 in this area is what I think I'm going to do. The 1-year price target has changed to 31.45, which represents a 15% return from where we are. And as I have mentioned in the past, there is no way, that the pharmaceutical companies are going to let themselves fail. Too much skin in the game. But obviously, there are support zones and there are resistance zones. And when I first got into this for my mom, the RSI, I bought it off the monthly time frame. So here we've just touched, and now we are starting to turn. There's the cycle here. Notice support, resistance, back down, resistance, resistance. Anytime we hit this area, you can expect it to crack. And I just look for an area, an opportunity to buy and be patient, and that's where I picked up some shares for her. And if it goes down more, I'll scoop up some more shares and do some dollar cost averaging. That's the weekly look, and here is your daily. And one other stock I quickly want to look over. Oh, wait a minute. Let me just, while I'm here, mark this out and change that. Now I'm going to go to Palantir. It ran today off some great news. They got another contract for $178 million. The last one I talked about, they got a contract for roughly $9 million. And I just did a chart on it yesterday. And Palantir, I know, also does work with Ferrari, Scuderia Ferrari. And I've been watching Formula One for 14 years or so. And they started working with Ferrari in 2017. And now they're doing something else for them with their vessels, or I don't know. I can't remember what it was about. But I just know that there's still collaboration. They're everywhere, Palantir is. All right, so when I talked about it yesterday on Tuesday, we were at 23.81. Today we are at $26.16. All right, I'll anticipate we hit resistance here at roughly $27.90 and then fall down. And support is $25.35. This is an old sell line of mine. And then to the south side, that would close us out at $22.87. Now that is a look at Palantir and CrowdStrike and Bristol Myers Squibb. If there is a stock you'd like me to go over, please let me know.